Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Earning Live for Wednesday, the 24th of June, 2026. My name is Paul Fitzsimons. I might be joined by somebody tonight. I don't know yet. I'm just waiting to hear. But if there's somebody that wants to join me there, throw it in the comments there and jump in if you want. But there's a few things to talk about now this week. One of the things we spoke about on Sunday night was the guy who was in Laverna in Baldoyle, and I can report now that he has been removed from Laverna and it has been boarded up where he was staying. Apparently, he was threatening the security guards with knives last night, and the guards came in. 12 guards came in, arrested him, took him out of there. And there's a guarded car sitting over there now most of the day, just waiting to see, does he come back? He will be rearrested. Just send them home, lads. I'm sorry. Just send them home. Don't want him here. Cheerio. Get rid of him. He's not our problem. I'm just going to have a look through some of the comments there. Good evening from Manchester. How are you, Michael John? How's things? Got no notification the last time. There's no notifications going out. It's that they're stopping me from going out on Facebook as well. And we're being shadow banned. So we're only up to 100 there now. You know what I mean? And, you know, it's currently 26 degrees. Yeah, I know, yeah. And the climate change, the climate hoaxers are all out in force, I tell you. Like, I'm sitting there and the news comes on and make me dinner and my dad says, oh, look how hot it is in England. I said, Dad, it's been hotter than that here. I said, we've had this. I said, that they're just hiding what we had years ago. I said, we used to see this as 26 degrees, 27 degrees. I said, but now they have red yolks on it that it's, Jesus, oh no, please, scare everyone, you know. No, don't buy it, people, don't buy it. Here in Manchester, yeah. Hello, how are you, it's Jude, hello. 12 noon GPO tomorrow. Okay, what's going on at 12 noon GPO tomorrow? I didn't hear that in Quito, so I worked in Salford factory years ago. Yeah, it's 32 degrees tomorrow. Yeah, apparently, yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. Yeah, I better take off my glasses. It's not sunny anymore. The sun's gone down behind me. Even all, yes, it's still very stabby. Is it still very stabby in Ireland? Yes, it is. Yeah. This flat like a sauna, even the winds. Yeah. You know, open the windows and let the wind blow through, no? Ground floor. Yeah, you can't do that. Hello, hope all enjoying the sun. I'm enjoying the sun, look. I tell you what, I got burnt. My eyes got bleeding burnt. My eyelids, look. So, yeah, my little eyes aren't great. They're a bit puffy. But even, there you go, even with all the windows open and fans on. Only fans, is it, Mike? It's 29 degrees indoors. Jesus Christ, man. How's it going? Listen, let's not moan about it, lads. We've been moaning about piss and rain and this, that, and the other for forever. Like, let's just enjoy these few days. And if they stopped spraying us, man, it would be back to the way it used to be. Sunday, I was doing something out in there. I was out the back of the airport there doing something, okay, and just early morning, I was out there, say 8 o'clock, 8:30, and you looked up, it was beautiful blue skies. Now, I mean, it was picture book, right? 10 o'clock comes, and you start to see the X's and O's, you know, and the guy I was with, I said to him, it's going to be pissing rain tomorrow. He said, there's no rain tomorrow. He said, there's not, look, and I said, I'm telling you now, it'll be pissing rain tomorrow. Next thing he comes back to me about 2 o'clock, he said, look at the blatant clouds. I said, that's what flew over earlier. I said, you know, that's what flew over earlier. Thanks, man. So with that, he said, what do you mean? And like, he sort of, he didn't know what I was talking about. Okay, he sort of knew a little bit, but I sort of brought him into it about the whole geoengineering shit and everything else, you know what I mean? And how it's been going on for years and this, that, and the other. There was another guy with him, and he was sort of earwigging, like, you know what I mean? And he said, that's true. And the two of them start Googling shit, and YouTube and stuff and seeing it then and go, wow, that's mad. I never knew what that was. There's an awful lot of people aren't watching this, guys. Like, seriously, guys, it's not conspiracy theory anymore. You're being poisoned. I looked out over the bay here from Portmarnock this evening, okay, from Baldoyle over, and all you could see, you couldn't see blue sky. You could see like a haze with like a dirty line along the horizon. I'm not joking. That's what it looked like. You know what I mean? It was like a line of dirt along the horizon. It's sickening to see. Like, that's all the shit coming down. It's going into the food supply. It's going into the soil. It's going in everywhere, guys. Good evening, Paul. Hello, Graham. How are you? Hi there, Paul. Hey, Vincent. Looking gorgeous, Paul. Thank you very much, Michael John. I was waiting for that. He mocked dinner to Shergalan. Oh, the counter protest for the Muslims. Okay, grand. If anyone has what you call it, a flyer or a poster for me, I can throw it up here now. I haven't got one. I haven't seen it. I think someone did send something in last week, didn't they? On Sunday night. Yeah. It's too muggy for me. Yeah, it's that Dublin. Yeah. Muslims marching to GPO like last year when they were stopped. Yeah. Is it tomorrow? Yeah, Thursday. I thought it was Friday. Enjoy the sun, lads. They'll be spraying us again. Yeah, that's exactly, lads. That's what they're doing. I'm telling you. That's right. Get sun in your bones. Hay fever is up. High pollen count. Look, I feel great. Now, I'm coughing a bit from the smokes. I'm going to have to go off them again. I'm just going to pick a date. I have to pick a date just to do it. The kids are asking me to do it and all. So, yeah, I have to. But just not yet. I'm doing it next week or the week after. We'll pick a date. But yeah, the bit of sun. Everybody is happy. Everybody is having the crack. They're all, hey, how are you? All right, mate? How are you? Yeah. Everyone is just so nice. And then you get the rain, the shit back, and the sun brings you up. It gets life into your body. The vitamin D, it gets it into your body. That's what they're trying to block out, guys. They want you sick all of the time. That's exactly what they want. People are saying, who wants you sick? Why would they want you doing that? Why? This is $1 trillion empire, guys. This is pharmaceuticals and everything else. It's bigger than countries. You know what I mean? It's horrible. And Michael John, it's not so much the heat, it's the humidity. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Max, the Sinn Féin dropped their support of the gun, and now they have took up support of the bomb. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let me just. Let me just open that there. I've just got that in there. No, yeah. This is tomorrow for any of you guys that can make it. Yeah, I'm just going to make it bigger there and I'll share the screen. The Americans have confirmed it. Yeah, just let me put this up there. I want to talk about something then just for a second. There you are there, people. Okay, Ireland, Faith and Heritage. Counter protest against the IMB. Our faith is bestowed in this land, an island we the people call home. Ireland is the land of the Celts, a Christian country. We will not let our land be and historic buildings be stained. Calling all people in Ireland, if you can get there, please, especially Dublin region, to protect our historic building. The GPO O'Connell Street, Saturday, 4th of July at 1 p.m. This is a peaceful rally. And that's the 4th of July. Did somebody say it was something that was on tomorrow? Okay. Multiple stabbings in Germany. Yeah, I seen them. I'm just going to stop sharing that. But that's one for a counter protest against the IMB. Is that the Muslim Brotherhood? Yeah. Good. I hate that man. He's a demon. This is a peaceful rally and respectful gathering. So yeah, we are a Christian country. So please, if anyone is around for the 4th of July, Independence Day in America, please go along. Let me read that. Someone sending me and stuff as we're on the fly, so let's see what it is. Okay. Yeah, I know what you mean. I remember this last year. Yeah, I remember what you were talking about. Let me just pop this up here. Now I might. Thanks for the other one, boy. Oh, you got the date wrong on the post. Okay. You've one bleeding job, lads. You've one job. Oh, God. Okay. There we are there now. Counter protest, Thursday, 25th of June, GPO O'Connell Street, 12 noon. All Christians, Jesus Christ is King, protect their faith. Time to gather the masses. Huge numbers needed. Ireland is a Christian country. Stand up for Jesus Christ. Guys, if you can get in, please do. Get in. I cannot make it. I'm just up to me with the kids. I have to take it when it comes, you know, in a sort of way. So, yeah. But then again, I'll see if I can swap a few things around or whatever. We'll see what's happening. But anyone that can go in there, please go in. Okay? I'm going to just show a video. This is from last year, I think.
We are. And inshallah, we'll all make it to the camp of Imam Mahdi. Now repeat after me. Labbaik ya Hussein! 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 Life for freedom!
This is where they were stopped. They were stopped.
Peaceful Irish citizens, this is our country, this is our land. We love Ireland more than any other Irish, and we are here to promote the values of peace, justice, humanity, and freedom. We are the law-abiding citizens of this country, and this is our right to come out, express ourselves, and show our support for the people who are either being oppressed.
Okay. You get where it's coming from. They need to be stopped tomorrow, guys. Okay. Yeah. That was last year. Yeah. So it's tomorrow, 12 o'clock. Okay. I'm totally opposed to the gay pride nonsense as a gay man. There is a new group started in Ireland called Not All Gays. Lads, I'm going. My internet seems to be freezing here for some reason. Don't know what's causing that. Hi, Paul and chat. What about the rights of Israel as a sovereign nation? Honestly, Michael, couldn't give a shit about Israel, Palestine, Libya, any of them places. This is my country, and this is where my focus lies. Save this country before you start worrying about any other country. Do your job here. That's the way I look at it. So, Evening all, how are you on you? How are you? Yes, Fiona spouting that is their country. Yeah, bullshit. Like that was last year. Perfect sound tonight, Paul. Yeah, thanks. What's that? Yes, the Sky Daddy will save us. Sky Daddy. Did you hear that? He loves Ireland more. Cheek. Like, I've no interest in any other country. I have no interest. I don't care. Yeah. Gemma, Emmanuel, who the fuck do you think they are? They need to go home. This is our land. Yeah. We are law-abiding citizens until they're not law-abiding citizens. And listen, how many taxi drivers have been done since 2016 of that ethnic minority or whatever? They're not an ethnic minority anymore, by the way. They're steadily getting a foothold here in this country, and these will all want Sharia law in their areas, and they will get it because we have councillors now going into all of these places, and yeah, they're going to stop it. What's that? Very laggy. Yeah, I know. I'm the same here. I don't know what's wrong here. I don't know. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to. It's very bad here. Honestly, it's like my hand is taking ages to go across the screen. Like we haven't even got to any videos yet. We're only waffling. He's loved the murder, slavery, rape, condoning Middle Eastern Christian ideology. Yes, Jesus was born in Palestine, Phils. Female man. Good man. Fair play to you. Okay. The hypocrisy of leftists and Islamists is off the scale. Yeah. Case for Palestine. It's, yeah. Christ is king. No Sharia law in Ireland. Well done, John. Yeah. Return to faith. Yes, I agree. Sam 1. Good evening, Paul. I sent you a WhatsApp message. Okay, Sam, I'll have a look at it now in a minute. Late, good evening, Paul. All hello, John. How are you? I didn't get a chance. I started to look at that thing you sent me. I got about 2 minutes into it and I got a phone call. So the phone never bleeding stops, John. Swear to God. PC overheating. Try lower bit rate on OBS. I'm not on OBS. I'm on StreamYard. I'm with you, Paul. I only care for Lara. Yeah, no interest in anything else. No interest. Lara, Kenya will be the fourth town. Yes, I agree, Drew. I agree with you. All the fighting Niall's been doing there for years, it's just falling on deaf ears. It's disgusting. Was Jacob not renamed Israel in the book of Genesis? Anthony Casey will tell you that. I wouldn't be that big on there. After Jesus was born in Bethlehem in Judea during the time of King Herod, Maggie from the east came to Jerusalem. Maggie from the east. Is that Mary, Maggie? Bad Muslims are the snake in the grass. Good Muslims are the grass. Yes, I agree. I agree with you. Good Muslims are the grass that hide the snakes. Yes. Feel sorry for them and let the mad bastards in to do what they want. Thousands of hours spent in echo chambers, the hundreds of marches, the countless speeches, etc., have amounted to sweet fuck all. Yeah. Speaking of that now, hold on. This, can you, am I still lagging? No, I seem to be working all right now. Yeah, my hands and all. Yeah, all working fine. Cut my hand, look, wrong hand. Cut my blade in the hand. Jesus was a Jew born into Jesus was a Jew born into Michael, no offense, mate, and the rest of you is no offense, mate. I don't care. Honestly, I really don't care about Jews or Palestinians or any of that. Don't like it. Don't get involved in it. Not my gig. This is my gig, and that's it. No problem, Paul. When you have, I don't know. I will. I look at it later. I will. I look at it when I go to bed. Oh, we have Scotland. Scotland's on at 11 with Brazil. The aliens are coming. Have you heard it? Wow. Yeah, aliens. Yeah, do you reckon aliens? What do you recommend, James? I don't know what you're talking about. On yes, Jacob was given the name Israel by God in Genesis 2:32. Thank you for that. Okay, I want to read something here. Okay, now it's a bit long. Okay. It's from my good friend Fergus Power. He put this up. It's a bit long, but gee, it's getting hockeyed out on viewers as well. It was yesterday. Right. I'm going to share the screen. Sure, why not? He put up 2 posts yesterday. Let me just put up. Okay, this is about the fuel protest. I'm going to play a video. I'm going to play the video after. Okay, I'll just read down through this. Okay. I am not, it has to be, this is about the fuel protest. Okay. It has to be about a lot more than fuel. Okay. I am not in touch. This is Ferg. I'm not in touch with any of the organizers of these protests. So I would appreciate this video and message being sent to them. That's why it's being sent tonight. Some of us have been out on the streets for years exposing this political criminal cartel and all the crimes they have committed against the indigenous humanity of our sacred home. We have been targeted by the political scum who think they rule over us. They're hired thugs who wear police uniforms. They're slandering, bought and paid for tramps in the mainstream media and the attack dogs on the left. We've all had them, Frank. Not only for standing against the nightmare that is mass illegal immigration, but everything else they have tried to force on us, a people, including force upon us as a people, including the rollout of that poison, the jab, after their fake pandemic that has led to medical murder and excess mortality of more than 30,000 of our people, including young boys and girls who have dropped dead of heart attacks on GAA pitches over the past few years, suddenly and unexpectedly, because they were told they couldn't play without taking the jab. Yeah. Where's the outrage on the protests over those little boys and girls who were murdered, or those little boys and girls who were murdered by Big Pharma, and which was sanctioned by this rotten to the core Irish state, all for monetary gains? Yeah. Oh, sorry. These monsters in suits leave children to live and to die in excruciating and agonizing pain, awaiting scoliosis and other surgeries that they could easily sign off with a swipe of a pen or the touch of a button, and they choose not to because they are sadistic, cruel bastards who despise our children and salivate at the thoughts of their demise. And then go to an Oasis concert. Yeah, I like that, Ferg. Homelessness, housing, cost of living, all manufactured. You might stay on there, yeah. All manufactured crisis, so our youth cannot start a family of our own and have to seek a future in strange lands. Therefore, our native birth rates plummet while they import their foreign automatic voting bloc to outbreed us and make us a minority in our own home. Well done. The cesspit that is Tusla needs to be disbanded, and every last scumbag held to the most severe account imaginable for the most heinous crimes perpetrated against such vulnerable children on their watch. This cannot be made solely, lads, I can't do the comments when I'm reading, all right, so I'll get to them in a few minutes, right? This cannot be made solely about a handful of people, some who are only out for political and financial gains. This is about the whole country, and the whole country needs to be and to get involved and take action as a collective of concerned men and women who want their beautiful children to thrive, just not survive on this God-given birthright in the safety and peace they deserve in their home. Yeah. A 10-year-old girl was raped in City West by a foreign animal who should not have been there. Alex Coughlin punched and kicked to death in the middle of the day, begging for his life on his own streets while the foreign animals who attacked him filmed it. These poor souls forgotten about because a man was nearly beheaded up in Belfast. While criminals are in power, this will keep on happening, and it will never stop either. These attacks are almost being normalized now. Every day there's something else. Every day there's something else. I'm not messing with you. We used to get this. Sorry, I'll finish this. These attacks are almost being normalized. On to the next nightmare. So everything else is swept under the carpet and forgotten. And that is precisely why there is never any real accountability. Yeah. So if this is going ahead, make sure it's done right. And this criminal cartel and the guys of the Irish government are brought down, arrested, and are held to the most severe account possible in the future by a judge and jury chosen by we the people. They can stick their resignations up the highest part of their crooked holes, all guilty of high treason, and there's absolutely no coming back from that. The first line of our proclamation tells us everything that we need to take the control of our own destinies and to finally and truly know the meaning of the word freedom. God and Irish men and Irish women, there is only one banner we all need to unite under in the future of this sacred land, our precious children. God bless you all, and that goes for everyone fighting the same evil worldwide. Fair play to you, Ferg. That one really hits. Yeah. I have a video to go with that. Let me just see, can I play it? I didn't pull it down, so whatever. I get it now. I'll just go through a couple of the comments there. But yeah, let me just go back through some of the comments there. Marching, utter load of bollocks. Michael John, shame on you. Pure bit wee baby. Preston Davy, yeah, that's sickening pride, yeah. 4th of July. I sent in, I got it, Teresa. Ferg sent it in to me already. Yeah, as an aviation enthusiast, I knew the truth of chemtrails very early on. Look, I'm not an aviation enthusiast, man. I'm not a fucking tick. You look up, and there's X's and O's. There's, come on, like, I've been looking at that for the last bleeding 6 or 7, 8 years, like telling the lads in work, what's going on here? Like, and they, no, look back down at their phones, Yeah. They got the date wrong on the post. Yeah, it's tomorrow. It's tomorrow at 12 p.m. to GPO, lads. Yeah. I'm totally opposed to the gay pride nonsense. Oh, Jesus, we're miles off there. What's going on here? Oh, this has gone mental. Always thought the Parnell Street stabbing of babies would wake people up. How wrong was I? And it's been normalised now. And these people are just saying that they're a bit mental and they're getting away with this stuff. Like, seriously, guys, if my social welfare was cut tomorrow, I'm not going to go that mad that I'm going to start cutting up little children or cutting up people at airports or, I'm sorry. There's no coming back from this. And I was listening to it today. I was listening to some of the footage of it today, and the sergeant, really went. He had to, you know what I mean? That he seen CCTV where he went to try and stab, or where he went to try and attack older kids, but thought, no, I won't. I'll wait for younger ones, and you actually see him then attacking the kids. Like, it's, area is too small for this kind of shirt. GJ, once we are not going to be the hub for the rest of Europe, we will. We're already a bleeding hub for the rest of Europe. Now, that's after jumping and doing something there behind my back that I didn't do. I will give them that many hits, they will think they aren't. Jerome, really. Let me just play this here. This is fair. This is just talking about this.
We see the next round of fuel protests are being organised. It's brilliant that they're going to come out and do what they've done before, but it needs to be for a hell of a lot more than fuel, lads. You see what they're doing in this country, you see what they preside over as regards children, the abuse, the cost of living crisis, the fact that they committed democide through the poisoning of those jabs. There's 30,000 in excess mortality now, including young boys and girls. Ava O'Brien, Roy Butler, babies in the womb. They are going to keep on going until this country is absolutely destroyed. Because there's no jobs left for anyone. There's no houses left for the Irish. There are important people in here that are writing nuts. Indians, Africans, the whole lot. Yourselves and priests to the choir here. But this has to be a hell of a lot more than fuel, lads. Alright? This is the future. The safety, protection and freedom of all our children going forward. So I'm imploring every one of you, when it does happen, do it strategically and doing that back down. Don't fuck off into a hotel room and let people quell that anger, that righteous anger. The world of the eyes of the world, was on air a few weeks ago, willing us on to take this country back and be the first ones to do so. So this time around, I'm telling you now, stay until the job's done, until these fucking stand down, or we go in and take them all out ourselves and arrest them. That's the only way forward. These have to be brought down. Simple as that. God bless everyone this fight. Erica Bra.
Thanks for that, Ferg. Yeah. But you're saying what he wrote as well. Like, he does, you know, I do read that. It takes me about 5 minutes to read it. Like, you know what I mean? Because you're looking and, you know, you're doing different things. But, yes, it needed to be read out. You know what I mean? I have another one there as well. I'm going to play now in about a half an hour about Graham Carey. So, yeah. Anyone that can get to the courts on the 3rd of July, please get there, please, and show Graham your support. Thanks very much. 4,500 new citizenship today, like snuff at a way. Yeah, it's disgusting, isn't it? Only way, you knew it. Yeah. Nobody's going to do sweet fuck all. Yeah, Drew, do Jews swear allegiance to Israel even if they don't live there? Is Drew a Jew? I don't know. How would Drew know? Protests and demonstrations don't work, lads. Going around in circles. Richie, I put it into a couple of groups I'm in today that I don't agree with protests. Protests are great for networking. They were at the start. We're all networked now. We all know who we all are. We don't need to be doing any more networking and be standing around with like-minded people. We're all with like-minded people now. Like, I'm not with anyone that's not of the same, you know, intelligence as me. Yeah. Some people would say low IQ, but intelligence, I'd say. Yeah. Yeah, I think direct action, lads. That's it. End of. I did this last year for the 31st of, or the 30th of July. Do you remember? Last year. Said we do it on a Thursday. It got a bit of traction starting off, and then the usual shit happens. People tell lies about you and the people you're with, and then that gets scuppered, and then nobody rings you back, and the lies are still being, you know, hey, listen, you all know the story. You all know what happened, like, you know what I mean? But that was sort of scuppered because of, because people wouldn't help out between Cork and different counties, like, you know what I mean? So, yeah. But listen, if people want to get on board again, we could try something like that again, lads. I'm being honest with you. We have, you know, why aren't these lads calling for direct action? You know, like Maliki gets the crowd. I have to hand it to him. He does get the crowd, like, you know what I mean? But like 20,000 people walking from the Garden of Remembrance down to the Custom House, and the same stuff has been spoken. We all know the problems, but nobody has a solution. So we need solutions, like, you know what I mean? That's what we need. And one solution is to stop the whole bleeding country with 50,000 people. Stop Dublin. You stop everywhere. Ships coming in. All you have to do. I did it last year. If you look back last year, there was a big luxury liner in there on the 30th of July last year. There was nearly 3,000 people on that luxury liner. That would have disrupted people. Nobody would have been able to get up from there. I did a bit of homework last year, and I checked and seen what was in around the time. And there's about... Go on to it there. If you go onto the website, you can look at it and see what days they're due in, and you can just disrupt the port. You know, that's block the port. Nothing comes out of the port. Look, people don't realize how much comes out of that port. Like, you know what I mean? It's a hub. It's the big hub. If you stop that port, never mind the airport, you stop anything coming out of Cork, Dublin, and Belfast. That's it. The countries, or not even Belfast, anywhere up around there. But if you can get the Nordies on board to shut down Belfast as well, the whole country will be stopped. That's how you do it. As I said, it's no good marching 40 or 50,000 people from A to B. It's great crack. Everyone loves each other. We're all happy for a couple of hours. We all go and have a few points. Some people argue with others. Some people don't talk to others. Nobody cares. You go home and it's forgotten about 2 days later, unless somebody got arrested or something. That's it. That's just the way it is. you know, and then people are looking forward to the next one. If you want to go on the piss, just go on the piss. If you want to go out and meet people, just go out and meet people. Don't wait for that. You know what I mean? Like, we have a circle. We have Shinanadina. We have Gale Force Media. We have Ireland Force. We have our own circle. And that's where we walk from. That's what we do. Rich Foreign. I remember your direct action request, Paul. Yeah. Our own freaking national. Yeah. It's disgusting. It's up to our own nationalists. It's up to our own nationalists to see the lawyers causing shit in the movement. I think people have seen it, Rich, to be honest with you. I think they have. And that's, I'm going to read out Ferg's one now in a minute. Because Ferg sent out one there giving out about, well, not giving out about people, but more or less calling people out, like, you know. Anyone who believes the invisible man in the sky are of extreme low intelligence. Okay, James. Michael Trump. Is that the swamp? Not sure on Putin. Okay. Arab bar reports slaved the Irish longer. This guy is a very good commentator. Is that me? I thought, oh, thanks very much. An abortion. Good man. I knew it wouldn't take long. You had to do it, didn't you? You had to do it. Good girl, Anna. Yeah. Very good, Drew. No, I always think of Shana, who were on in the Foreigners years ago, trying to join the dots. Yeah. Citizenship should only be granted to those who can prove ancestry for the last 3 generations or more back in one's immediate family. Christ is God. Complex bollocks. Oh, James. That's you. Okay. You've done nothing. B-Mill, man. Good man. You're showing your colours there. He's in again. Lovely. I'm not even going to show your comment. But I'll just say what you say. I'll just tell people exactly what to bring. Yous will do nothing. Bunch of illiterate wafflers having sing-songs with your loyalist, rapist, scum pals that want yous all dead. There you go. Don't know who he's talking about. I didn't sit with any of those people. I only noticed that funny name. Yeah, I didn't notice it until I had read out the thing, and then I looked at it. I thought, yeah, Paul, I didn't know your name. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. It's people like Derek Lloyd that need to go the fuck off, and Tom McDonald. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you, Rich. These people are they're not worth the oxygen anymore. So let's not even give them oxygen. You know what I mean? You know, there's no point. These people are meaningless to me and what I'm trying to do. So let them go and do their shit and just leave me alone doing my shit, and just don't get in our way and we won't get in your way. Simple as. But if you get in our way, it will be at your peril. I'm just putting that out there now. You get in our way, it will be at your peril. Trust me. No one's flower. True, it would be good to block airports and ports. I guess we can't because of passenger travel. Lads, never mind the airports. Okay, never mind the airports. Has anyone even checked for Saturday to see is there a luxury liner in down the docks? Anyone? Because it would be nice to march down 40,000 people. If we got 40,000 people, march down to the docks and block the docks. Do something constructive, direct action. You know? Instead, like when I was arrested at the protest 2 years ago, like there was a breakaway group going up to Enoch Burke. Okay, there was only 60 or 70 of them. But I thought a lot more people should have went because there was a lot of people there that day. You know what I mean? A lot of people were walking back home that way, walking up to their cars, you know, and there was only 60 or 70 went up. I thought a couple of thousand should have went up there and stood outside Mount Joy. It would have made a big statement. But again, 60 people walked up and 11 people from them 60 people were arrested and beaten to a pulp by Gardaí. The Freemasons run. Are the Freemasons running the show? This show? No, I run it. Me, Paul Fitzsimons. Paul, the demonstrations are about maintaining visibility. Yeah, I know that, Jonathan. I do. I get that. They don't care. They don't care. I'm telling you now. Like, okay, the Tesla ones. I think the Tesla ones should get more traction than they do get, and I think more people should be supporting it. You know what I mean? You know, it's no use putting out the night before. Oh yeah, go to the Tesla protest. No, I'm sorry, lads. We backed every one of your protests. Every one of them. Every one of them. I think I've been at every protest, most of the protests. And people just don't come to ones that are called for Tesla or anything like that. Just don't show up. So, what did Tom do? Am I out of the loop? No, listen. An abortion from plus the 2-road plan. What did Tom do? What did Tom do? Where do you start? Like, there's people in the comments there calling me loyalist scum. You know what I mean? Tom stood on the stage with Tommy Robinson fucking no more than a month ago. You know what I mean? Is he not a loyalist? You know what I mean? People sat in the room on the 12th of July last year with a loyalist. I wasn't one of them people, yet still I'm being ridiculed because of these people. No, look to you. Tom is a flip-flopper. That's what Tom is. Yeah, that's all Tom is. Tom talks to you one day and then he's stabbing you in the back the next day. Whatever's, you know. Did you see the road on Capel Street painted with the pride flag? Madness, the money. Oh, wait, hang on. Now this, oh, hang on, where is it? I think I saved it. Just bear with me there. Oh, Timu wants to give me 20 bleeding quid. Probably have to spend 40. How do you send that? Oh yeah, there you go, lad. Found it. Yeah, this is. It's everywhere, guys. Everywhere. Now, this is the moon. This is the moon over the thing in Dublin. Yeah. This is the moon over the. Sorry, did you see the road? Yeah, yeah. Watch this now. This is the moon in Dublin Airport last night. Look at that. Even they have the pride colours. Like, guys, come on. Like, please. Like, everywhere you look, it's there. It's in your face. An abortion. Let's see. Yeah, ferry still coming to Dublin Port from Holyhead, Liverpool. Exactly. But if you check, there's Disney Caribbean or Caribbeans come in here and Disney ships come in here. Listen, every other day during the summer, there's a big ones coming in, and you get a big one coming in with 3,000 people on it that want to go ashore and are now go ashore. That will make big news. That'll make international news. Look, you know what I mean? That we couldn't get off the ship because of a blockade at the thing, and there you go. That's yeah. But look at that. Isn't that mental? A little bit late to the party. How's it going? Yeah, all good. Yeah, all good. We can disagree to disagree about God, James, but I'm sure agree that the establishment is the enemy. Yes, they are. Anderson, bring back the miners. Today's men. Oh, we can in case we upset them. Yeah. Yeah, not my show, not your show. What's not your show? Oh, you're talking about the other thing. Okay. Nope. The elected officials lie and ignore us. Yeah. Yeah. Past decades we nonsense have come into our heads, solution the unpleasant to say the least. Yeah. They don't care, but it gets media attention and puts pressure on. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, if 3,000 people can't go ashore in Dublin, like, that's big news. You know what I mean? Like, if that happens in France, we hear about it. You know what I mean? So it's big news, you know. Did I just get that? Okay, Sam, hang on. Let me have a look. Sam, there you go. Modern version of Poison Wells. Yeah. Mad, isn't it? It's the Jews again. Yeah. And your man there. Yeah. Not the type of orange I was looking for. Let's have a look. Not the type of orange he thought he'd be wearing for the 12th. Michael John, what's this? I've seen it as a gay man. I'm totally against it. Total waste of money by the council. Yeah. Giant. I couldn't give a flying fuck anymore. I couldn't give a flying fuck anymore. I'll be leaving this Cape shortly. I was away for 40 years. Sorry, I ever came back. It's terrible that people are leaving. Like, you know what I mean? It's gone to a shithole. Like, you know what I mean? And like leaving is not an option for me. Like, I've 3 young kids, so I can't leave. Like, if I had no kids, I'd be gone. Like, if with no kids, gone. I'd be living it up somewhere. Telling you, sun on my face. Yeah. God bless you, James. You're a good man and a strong man. Yeah, okay. James, our tier is not a kip. They want to make it so, though. Yeah. Let's keep it over really about the God stuff. We just Paul. The Pride Road is stupid looking and will probably cause an accident. Yeah. The horses won't walk over it. That's all fraud money. No way they paid that much. Yeah. Paul, you're worth explaining yourself to these people that don't follow what's going on and work things out with themselves. I agree with what Martin said on here months ago. The IQ level is low. Yeah, it is, yeah. Would the surface on Capel Street be slippy? Maybe get a bad fall claim. It won't be slippy in the morning on you. Devil trying to take God's creation. Gorgeous moon that. Yeah, it was a gorgeous moon, but 1.5% of what's the point of the population? Yeah, James, we all like you no matter. We like you. Okay. Good talk. Ken O'Flynn slated the whole Pride thing, saying it was being hijacked and also had to go at Troy Flag Eileen. Hang on. Did I get something in there? Okay, yeah. That's why she's terrified at the sight of the Troy Flag. Andrew, God's handiwork right there, hence why he shows the rainbow, God's sign of the covenant. Yeah. What's wrong with the tricolour colours? There's nothing wrong with them. Ken O'Flynn speech gay pride. Yeah, the protest is the same day as the pride thing. Ken O'Flynn, as a gay man, called out pride and alphabetic spaghetti. Also, Eileen Flynn. Is that the one there I have? Sandra Eileen Flynn told Shannon that she is terrified. Is that? Hold on, let me see. Is that it? Okay, yes. Okay. Right, okay. Hear this, so I'm gonna have to pull it down. So it'll take me a minute. Because you have to go through the software to pull it down and then throw it up in the yoke. Just that was quick. Yeah. Anna, you are retarded. Keep your delusional thoughts. I'm really not interested. Okay. The pride flag on the road outside Panty Bar is plastic. It would be a shame if someone dropped a bottle of poppers on it and set it alight. lie. Does poppers go on fire? I didn't know poppers went on fire. All the agendas are set separate to divide people. Sadly, most people fall for them. Yeah. Yeah, those pride roads startle horses. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Ken, how big is this? 4 minutes. Okay. Boy. I'll play that in a few minutes, okay? Solomon. I actually want to play a video from how the Guinnesses robbed the Irish lands. This girl is, I really like this. I don't mean I like her. I think she's very good as a commentator, and her the work she does, like the looking behind, looking into things. Punk is not dead. Punk is a state of mind. Yeah. Fits her. I'd say if you slip on Capel Street, you get a sore arse. Yeah, walk down backwards Capel Street, you get a sore arse. Yeah. James, sorry, James. Capel Street outhouse on one end and Party Bar on the other. John Ups, fake monarchy, make gods up. So holding back the truth. The rest monarchy insists. Drew Cook, poppers is highly flammable. Oh, okay. Whoop. Poppers make your ass going for it also, apparently. I don't think it does. One bucket of black paint. Whoops. Row. Yeah. When I was pressing Police Scotland and Freemasonry, I got remanded and put in a cell. 33 cheeky kids. I've seen her around. She's fine. Rich for it. Where is Dolores Cal gone? Dolores is still there, fighting through the courts and the whole lot and doing stuff behind the scenes. As far as I know, I've seen her. It's been a couple of months now since I've seen her. She was helping us with the Coolock case. She's very good with us, yeah. One bucket of black paint. What about Palantir, Peter Thiel, and WWF coming into a hotel in Wicklow in August? Yeah, a protest at that, maybe. Yes, I think we will. I think, yeah. God has let all these children, women, and men down, but how? Send you something, Paul. Thanks, son. Are you sending me the X? Should do it this side. Jeez, that's very slow. I have it pulled down there now. Yeah, I have that pulled down. Thanks for sending me that. I have it already pulled down. I'm just waiting for the update here on my screen to. Thank you very much. I'm getting bleeding pins and needles. I can't feel my leg. Oh shit. Let's get a new chair. This chair is not worth the show you. Yeah, no, that's it. God bless you, man. Oh, you're a man of integrity. Yeah, thanks. And outhouse used to be in South William Street. I couldn't tell you where any of them gay places are because I don't frequent them and I try my best to stay away from them. I think we were on the 12 pubs at Christmas one year and let's go into the George. Let's not. All the women want to go in, you know what I mean? Oh, come on, we win. The women wouldn't have had a fucking problem. It's the men would have had the problem, like, you know what I mean? I remember a mate 1 year ago, Freddie was life for gay guys, right? He got chased by a gay guy years ago, and your man pinned him down and all that. This guy was older than me, like. But we were on the ship one night, down drinking on the ship one night, and on the Killian, was in dry dock, and there was a gay guy there, Richie Pullen. He was a lovely guy. He was a steward or whatever he was. He was a friend of my sister. Richie was he was deadly, like, a good crack. But he was really, really gay, you know, like, how you love, and really. And of course, Hiller was with me, like, on the gargle, like, you know, down the thing. And Richie started winding them up, like, you know, oh man, you want to see it? He Richie ran around the ship after him. He was like, he was shitting himself. It was very funny. Very funny. I've been to the George loads of times. Michael, you're gay. That's why you've been. Have you been to Madigan's in Kilbarrack? Because I've been there loads of times. You know what I mean? Or the Donamead Inn, or race course. You know, I've been there loads of times. Bet you haven't been there any times. Bartley Duns. Yeah, do you remember that years ago? Yeah. Yeah. You never drink in the Windjammer, Paul. Nice point in there. I have had a point in the Windjammer. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Brother-in-law was from Ringsend. He drank in the Windjammer. Yep. Yeah. Lord rest him. Is that blading pulled down? Yeah. Ah, come on. Really? The fame might help if we ask a sort for Letty. So bad. Bartley Duns and the George were the only ones in my time. Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. And then that dirty, horrible, Panty Bliss came along. Bartley Duns was before my time. Yeah, it wasn't before my time. I remember it well. Cousin of mine did the door on it. Yeah. If a gay guy chased me, the only thing you're getting stuck in him is a blaze. Not when you have a phobia. Look, if you're afraid of spoilers and a big spoiler chases you, you know what I mean? If a big gay chases you and you're afraid of gays, there you go. Yeah. I used to go to Bartley Duns myself. My two sisters got the pub. Yeah. Yes, hetero woman. We've gone into the George many times. Yeah, because you haven't got a problem. It's not your ass to be fucking chasing, you know? Most people are just very brainwashed with lies. It's religion hold back the truth of the scum monarchy. Please trust me. We are all slaves to them and their hidden people. I'm on your side, people. Thank you very much. Jurassic Park and the George used to be great crack. It's called that because the dinosaurs drink it. I used to drive a taxi years ago, and I think Sunday night bingo night. I used to get them in the car. I thought it was fucking terrible. I was nearly out there. Yeah, I nearly had 2 lines and giving out yards to each other in the back of the car. Oh, you just get me bleeding now here. Am I right? Am I right? Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Oh, stop. Yeah, James, I've had my run-ins with Eddie as well. Eddie who? Am I missing something here? Was he called Dicey? Don't know. The White Horse about 9 in the morning with great crack. Oh, the Master Mariner was my hunt. 7 o'clock. Yeah, the Master Mariner. Great. Or Cleardy's in Talbot Street. Yeah, deadly. Went into the George with the missus and 2 mates. I was driving, so stone cold sober, and ended up on stage with no top on. And I wanted to leave it up to you, man. The Jurassic was for the older guys. Yeah. Eddie is a nonce from Liverpool, banned off lots of UK channels. Okay, I don't know Eddie. I agree with John. All monarchy is completely parasitical. Yeah. Gay joint spoilers. Yeah. Gay joint spoilers. We wouldn't serve them in the window because he had no common pass. I laugh because there was fellas in the yellow from the drink. Yeah, I know, yeah. There's a lot of pubs I didn't go back to. Like, honestly, I stayed out of the Grasshopper. You know, I stayed out of, I think I've been back to I did the Paddocks. I didn't go to the Paddocks to get refused. I went to the Grasshopper and we got refused, and I went Like I haven't been there in years, you know. And where else was it? Like the Greyhound in Blanche, and the Black Wolf. I think it was. Yeah, just stopped. No, they're not getting my money anymore. You know, sorry. Oh my God, Fitzer. Well said, James. Right, I'm gonna play this Ken O'Flynn one, right? Oh, you fucking age didn't come across. There it is there. Couple more comments there. Cora Quaid, have been to Madame Jojo's in London a couple of times in my 20s. Didn't know any better, needless to say. I've never. I can just imagine myself fucking backing into the Blue Oyster or something like that, you know what I mean? And getting bleeding graped, you know, there'll be a bunch of them, you know. No, sorry lads, I'm not having it. Stay well clear. Cleary's at the ranch in Inchicore as well. Yeah, good pub. No, it wasn't Cleary's. Cleary's in Talbot Street, but yeah, I know where you're talking about in Inchicore. The meeting place, Dorset Street. Yeah. The Lord Edward. Is the Lord Edward a gay pub? Well, if you're going by Lord Edward, isn't he gay? Edward, your man in England. Tell you he's not, but he is. Trust me. It was better the old days. You could stay out all night. Yeah. Yeah. Do the walk of shame then in the morning, drinking cartons of milk, cracking open. I'm showing my eyes now. You putting your finger into the bottle and drinking the cream out of it. Oh yeah, nothing better. Nothing better. Bunch of fucking queers, that's why. 80s were good, safe times. Even though we had no money. We didn't need money. I remember the 80s. I remember going to Charlie's, or going to Saints years ago with 99 pence a pint night. The memories would be on a Tuesday night. A tenner to get you out there, get you 5 points. And the bleeding taxi, you'd either walk the tracks or you'd 3 or 4 hours a bun in for a taxi, but you'd be bleeding gargled. You know, you get aware, you get your end away. You know yourself what you used to do when you were young. Like. For a tenner, now you go out now, it's costing you 200 bleeding quid. Crazy. We got refused in the cobblestone Smithfield of all places. Canal Street here is going downhill. Absolutely no one's flower. John Upson, I know cause it took my childhood away. My mates enjoyed it. I just knew to walk out why we have been short spade. Lying monarchy, paedophile, inbred scum of lies. Yeah. I've never been to Soho. Neither have I. Heard it is very dangerous, Michael J. My mother used to walk in the ballroom in Cleary's. Oh, deadly. I'm old enough to remember the 70s, and I thought they were great times. Yeah, I can remember the 70s as well. Yeah. I was 3 at the start of the 70s, so you know, I was 12 by the end of them, 14 by the end of them, yeah. Good times. Yeah, you mean in Manchester? Yeah, Manchester, yeah. The punt was worth so lads, I'm gonna be honest with you. Have you seen, like, the euro was worth nothing? Like, everything has gone up in price and it's got smaller. Like, it's like as though like the euro isn't worth any money anymore. Like, you know what I mean? It's £3 for a bar of bleeding chocolate. I was with Harry last week and he wanted a Twix, right? A Twix. And like, do you remember Twixes used to be that size? Well, this was bleeding that size, right? $2.45 for a Twix. And like I said, come on. And then I felt bad and I thought, fucking let him get it. Like, you know what I mean? But $2.45. Jesus Christ, man. Watching the World Cup. I am watching it. I watched England last night now, and I'll watch Scotland now tonight. I'm going mad to see these aliens. There was a bloke down in Littletown. I was walking out earlier on, wearing the Brazil jersey. I said, he all said, oh, yes, 11 o'clock. I said, for the aliens. And he just started laughing. He said, yeah, I'm watching it on YouTube as well. Yeah, it's mad. He said, isn't it what they're talking about? I said, yeah. Yes, Canal Street Gay Village in Manchester. Okay, I'll be staying away from there. I don't be in Manchester. I only go to Liverpool. Soho's not all that. But interesting. Blue game. I'm gasping for a point now. I have a few bottles of Bud out in the fridge. The clubs in Dublin were amazing. Jets at the back of the airport, Tamango, Saints and Blinkers. No fun anymore, yeah. I was in every one of them except Tamangos. Bard, yeah, Tamango. Jets at the back of the airport. Right? I walked, wait to hear this. Now, well, Tamangos, we would have went to when we were younger, and you'd go to the door and that little bollocks Brendan would say to you, not tonight, you have to be a regular. And I used to have the same argument with him every night. Maybe if you let us in one of the nights, Brendan, we could become regulars, you know? He just couldn't grasp that low IQ people again, like, you know what I mean? No, not tonight, not tonight, not tonight. So what happened was then later on in life, like when I was in my I think I was married, yeah. I was about 32, 33. And myself and my wife, the next door neighbour, the young guy 2 doors up, Gary, he used to pal around with Brian McFadden out of Westlife. So yeah, it was great. So he rang me one evening. He said, "Are you coming out with us?" He said, we go out to the bingo out in Tamangos. I said, I've never got in there. He said, "Come on, you're with McFadden. This is no messing." We went in. I was like, "In you go, go on, yeah, in you go, in you go." 3 weeks on the trot, we went in with McFadden, right? The 4th week, he wasn't there, right? And we got to the door, and the man said, "Sorry, not tonight, regulars only." I said, "I've been in here for the last 3 bleeding weeks, Brendan." "I haven't seen you." And that was it. You were gone. Yeah. And then you had Saints. Saints was on my doorstep. Like, I'm from Donaghmede, like, you know what I mean? Hout Junction train station, out the Hout. You wouldn't even pay on the train, like, you know what I mean? Get you a few gargles, or €10, as I said, 99 pence a point. The Memories, Queen tribute band. And then Jets at the back of the airport. Oh, I used to work in a computer place, okay? And what used to happen was you were given this, it was like a pager, right? And if a server went down, you got a ping on this, right? And like what used to happen was you get a ping on this and you had a half an hour to report it before it goes live out onto the internet for people to see that it's gone. You know what I mean? So you had a half an hour, 35 minutes. So I'd be in Jets. Locked. Yeah. Next thing, fucking the thing would go off and you'd have to bail back to the job and you'd have to make all the calls and head back down to Jets then and go back up again. Oh, it was brilliant. But Jets was right beside the job, so that's where we used to meet every Saturday night. Brilliant. Right, I have this Ken Flynn one here. I'm just going to play this, okay?
Thank you, Lásco Concorla. 43 years ago, the killing of Declan Flynn shocked Ireland. The thousands who marched through Dublin afterwards to refuse to accept violence against gay people. I speak today as a gay man, and I'm proud of the history, and I'm proud of the rights that the gay and lesbian community have won over those years. That violence did not end in 1982. In 2022, Aidan Moffat and Michael Sheeran were murdered in Sligo tragically because they were gay men. Their deaths are proof that hatred towards this community is not a thing of the history, but is indeed something of present tense. I raise this because it is not for sympathy, but it is honesty about this movement and actually what this movement was built to fight. And that is exactly why I will say what many gay and lesbian and bisexual men and women say privately, and that many in this House are too afraid to say plainly. This movement has been hijacked. It no longer speaks for the people who built it or the people who are still at risk. We are told to make room and redefine same-sex attraction to fold into the ever-expanding list of letters that has grown so broad that has become meaningless. Does anyone in this House know at this stage what the plus even means or stands for anymore? That is not progress, Minister. That is, to my mind, the erasure dressed up as inclusion. And I want to be direct about the flags and flying of. That is, to my mind, the erasure dressed up as inclusion. And I want to be direct about the flags and flying of flags. I truly believe that one flag should belong to all our state buildings and our local authority buildings in this country and should be flown 365 days a year. That is the tricolour. It belongs to every citizen, regardless of their sexuality, religion or political belief. State buildings should be there to unite the citizen. They should not be there to divide and for competitive identity groups, each waiting for their day, their month or their week or their turn. I would remind this House that men and women died for that flag, They died in 1916. They died afterwards, fighting for the right to fly that flag for free Ireland, the flag that draped the coffins of Irish patriots, the flag that draped the coffins of servicemen and the defence forces alike. Minister, they did not die so that a sitting member of the upper house of the Oireachtas could stand up generations later and call it a source of terror. That is not just an insult to me, that is an insult to every member and every family who buried someone under that flag and called it a price worth paying. And I will name the hypocrisy plainly. Senator Eileen Flynn told the Seanad Éireann that she feels terrified at the sight of the tricolour, as she is a public representative paid for by this state, including in saying it in a state building that flies the flag every day. That is not principle, that is an insult to every citizen who has ever stood under that flag, and I will not pretend otherwise to keep the peace. In conclusion, Ceann Comhairle, the people who marched for Declan Flynn did not march so gay men and women could become a government photo opportunity once a year. They marched for freedoms to live without fear, not for the right to be paraded out as proof of a progressive, or what seems to be a progressive country as it claims it. We must not let their courage be reduced to press releases or photo opportunities. Their courage was not given so it could be borrowed by other people with other agendas. Lesbian and gay and bisexuals are citizens of this republic, not props for other political uses. They marched once, and let me remind this House, they did not march so that their fight could be handed over to others that shout the loudest. Thank you.
Fair play. Fair play. I have to say, good man for calling it out. And as a gay man, even better again. You know, you can't tell him he's a, what is it, homophobe or whatever. Pamela Doyle, Paul, we need a Gale Force media disco. Yeah, we could do an open air one somewhere, couldn't we? Yeah, we could definitely. Yeah, a few stalls. Dublin Solutions. We could talk to Dublin Solutions disco. We could hook in there and we could talk to them, and yeah, we could. Good idea, Pamela. We might do that. Yeah, I'll be talking to you. Yeah, yep. Balabas Ken. All right. Bula Boss. Sorry about Bula Boss. This is the solicitation of perversion. Did I send these? I think I did I? I think they're right. Somebody texted me. All right, thanks, John. Thanks for that, Corky. Yeah, I got it already, mate. Oh no, I didn't. Hold on, that's a different one. Hold on there, Corky. Yeah. Let me just bang that up there. Bada bing, bada boom. Let me have a look. Yes, okay. This has just come into me. Bada bing, bada boom. Fair play, these lads. We're up to 700 there. Thank you very much for everyone who tuned in there. Rally for Ireland. Let me make that a bit bigger. Rally for Ireland. Farmers, hauliers, truckers, delivery vans. The concessions you got in April were a joke. They now intend to increase diesel by 32 cents a litre and petrol by 27 cents a litre. Are you going to let this happen, people? Join us throughout the country. Slow crawl or lockdown, July 11th, 1 p.m. So let me see what day July 11th is. It's a Saturday at 1 p.m. So is it being done? Is it being done all around the country, or throughout the country? Slow crawl or lockdown? Lockdown. Slow crawl or doable. You know, once it disrupts things. Yeah, fair play. Yeah, okay. Thanks for that, Corky. So I'll go again. Rally for Ireland. Farmers, hauliers, truckers, delivery vans. The concessions you got in April were a joke. They now intend to increase diesel by 32 cents per litre, petrol by 27 cents per litre, Are you going to let this happen? Join us throughout the country, slow crawl or lockdown. July 11th at 1 p.m. If you can do that, please do. Bada bing, bada boom. Sorry, I'm just I didn't even put this up. You can get us live on X. Geez, we're an hour in. On X at Fitzy Dub, Anthony Casey at Ruggermuff. It's not going out on Facebook for some reason. Facebook is not letting me put out the show at all. You can get us on Gale Force Media. You can get us at www.galeforcemedia.com. You can get us then on X at Fitzy Dub, at Anthony L. Casey, at Ruggermuff27. YouTube. You can get us on the Irish Column on YouTube, and you can get us on Gale Force Media YouTube. Thank you very much. If you want to buy us a coffee to keep this shit show going, I'll put the thing in there. Thanks very much. Jesus. That's it there. And if yeah, and you want to Revolut, you can do the same. Yeah. Yeah, there's the Revolut there. If you want to buy us a coffee, if you can, please do. Thank you very much. Stop sharing that. Okay. Don't forget to make Irish babies prepare and have a graceful fun. Yeah, listen, this is a little video that was thrown up 30 seconds long. Okay. I'm going to let you look at this for 30 seconds, right? Just let it sink in. All right. Just let it sink in, guys. The main event on the 11th of July, Paul, is the GPO on July 11th. Anyone that can't go to get to Dublin, lock down your own towns. Okay, no problem. Thank you very much for that. Okay, we'll push that out again. We've 2 weeks, and anyway, yeah, we've 2 weeks, mate. So let's not worry about it. But we'll push it tonight, and we'll push it Sunday night, and we'll push it Wednesday again and Sunday again. We just keep putting it out there. You know what I mean? And I'll put it out on my socials as well, and on Gale Force Media socials. Okay, lads, no problem. Okay, watch this. This is the reality of what's happening in this country, okay? The government are voting, Sinn Féin voted to get rid of the 3-day wait, okay? Watch this. That's what's happening, guys. That's what's happening, guys. I'm being honest with you. I just hope my girls and Harry meet someone and they have loads of kids. I really do. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, we need to bring up the population of Irish kids. We really do. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you look, lads, go into any area, especially Dublin 15, anywhere there. It's 85% foreign people. And I mean Indians, black people, and general Muslims. Like, seriously, we're being outbred. I said this months ago, that when I used to drop the kids to school last year, you'd see one Muslim woman with they hadn't even got the letterboxes. He just had the little headscarf, you know, you could still see their face. After about a month and a half, there was 2 of them, then there was 3 of them, right? Then there was 4 of them pushing prams, right? Then about a month later, the 4 of them are pregnant again. Like, while pushing the pram that's probably only 6 or 7 months old, they're pregnant again. So it's just an endless cycle with them, you know what I mean? Now, okay, I don't know whether they're working or whether they're claiming off the state, but I don't care. Like, why are they having 6 and 7 kids and we're not having kids at all? I don't mean we. I have 3 beautiful kids, but like, We as a society are not having kids, and we need to have kids. The birth rate is 1.2. It needs to be up at 1.7. It needs to be up at 2. Get it up to 2, and let's get these Irish kids out there, you know. Paul, Mick McCarthy has just done a video on the Galway Mayor. Michael McCarthy, sorry, Mick McCarthy. Deirdre, Paul, you're looking golden brown with the weather. Yeah, it's nice. History will be much richer. They need to know about these dark times, yeah. Problem is, I don't know who's who in my town, yeah. We're not connected or organised enough, yeah. I'll tell you what will be a bit of a giveaway, Pamela. And I only seen this the other day. Where was I driving? I was driving out to Portmarnock along the back road, and I had to reverse into a house. I went the wrong way and reversed into a house. A guy with a tricolour. Now I don't know who he was, but I reversed in, and on the back of my window, my car, it has hashtag she was only 10. She was only 10, right? And I reversed in, and I could see him out the window. You know what I mean? And I just put my hand up and waved at him. He just put his finger. You done that to me, you know? Yeah, no problem. Don't know whether he knows me or it was just because of the thing, but yeah, anyone who's finding a tricolour in your area, I'd knock into them and have a chat with them, Pamela, to be honest with you. It's called Fabian Socialism. Okay. There's no viable opposition to the traders. The right are nothing short of an embarrassing clown show. That's why we're staying well away from them. Both my daughters preggers right now. Deadly exciting time, and Annie. Well done, Christine. Congratulations. Brilliant. My daughters are too young. So, yeah, we'll... but in a few years' time, when you're marrying them off, have loads of Irish babies. Yeah. They don't know that yet, but that's the purpose. Pamela, the way people are isolated, they have no way of connecting or meeting other people. Yeah, I know, and the protests work for that. They do. That's a good thing about the protests. They breed like rats. Yeah. McBain, 100%. Paul, I tell my little one, not so little anymore, I want grandkids. They should also publish the names of every baby killer. Yeah. Anyone who, listen, they should bring back hanging for anybody who does any sort of paedophilia, any shit with kids. They should be hung. They shouldn't be put on a register. They should be hung. That's it. Sorry, that's just the way it is. Thank you, Fanula. Their 1 turns to 10 overnight. Their 1 turns to 10 overnight. Yeah, you've got the wrong James. Okay, I'm gonna just play this young girl, right? And hold on. That's the reality. That was that one. Okay. Now I'm gonna do a little poem first, and then I'll play that girl. This is a lovely little poem.
This one's kind of about growing up in the Liberties. It's a kind of compare and contrast to what was and what is now. Robbing orchards, climbing trees, spitting on greys' knees. It's not your nose you wiped in your sleeve. And you got a box from your ma if you were to tease the poor unfortunate child that was walking with fleas. Kick the can, bread and jam, tinned corned beef and rubber spam. Will you do a message for the old man? Can we mind your baby? Yes, you can. Taking turns to push the pram. A day trip with your bucket and spade, potato crisps and lemonade. No factor 50, we just played in the shade. Periwinkles, penny arcades, if you caught a crab your day was made. Swinging on lampposts, tea and toast, wearing hand-me-down coats. 1 pair of shoes, no one bagged or boast. Saturday night back to receive the host, Father, Son and the Holy Ghost. Red Rover, we call. Now there are no children to call over. So where have all the children gone? Days of innocence have been withdrawn. Designer clothes are new uniform. Bought in Brown Thomas and Decathlon. You got to look cool if you want to belong. Is this progress, or are we doing something wrong? Children don't call around for their mate. Now it's an organised play day. They don't leave school, they graduate. Not allowed to have tantrums, they have to communicate. And if they're overactive and they irritate, have the ADHD, do we medicate? What are we trying to cultivate? A generation that can't appreciate that the simple things in life are great? exposed to technology before the age of 5. They have to be keyboard warriors if they want to survive. Likes on Facebook fill them with pride. No mobile phone, social suicide. Kids don't play out, they play inside. Is this progress or a type of homicide?
Thanks to Debbie Bourne for that. That was very good, wasn't it? It was really, I enjoyed that now. Yeah. Brought me back to my childhood. Thanks, everyone. We hit 600 there, please. Thank you very much for everyone who tuned in. That bleeding thing is annoying me now, I have to say. Comments. My daughter lives in Hansfield, Dublin 15. Her apartment blocks 6 Irish families, the rest Muslims and Indians. I brought this up in 2024 during the local elections. I ran up there I'd say your daughter probably gave me the vote, to be honest with you, because I got an awful lot of votes out of Hansfield of all the Irish people. And I know a lot of Irish people did vote for me up there, you know. But just from knocking on the doors up in Hansfield, I knocked on 100 doors one morning, like Saturday morning or wherever it was. And out of that 100 people, I'd say probably 70 actually answered the doors, and I'd say only 10 of that 70 were actually Irish people. The rest were all foreign, and that was just on one road, 100 houses on that road. Yeah, as I said, 80% is non-national. But I went on a panel. I went on a radio show, whatever the Blanchardstown local radio is. One of the guys who was to do with the party, Alex, his aunt or something was the producer of whatever. So they got an IFP candidate on, a Fine Gael. I was sitting beside the little Pakistani fella, whatever his name was, a little smaller. Sock Dems, Shinners, People Before Profit, you know, all the wankers. They were all there, you know what I mean? So, of course, it went from, say, left to right, you know what I mean? I was the very first person on the end here. I thought they'll start that end and it'll come down to me, you know what I mean? So, of course, they didn't. They started with me. What's your 3 main concerns? And I said, illegal immigration into the country. I said, and the fact that 90% of the housing up in Hansfield has gone to migrant families that have foreigners. And they're all there going, oh, that's not true. Oh, you know, this bullshit. They didn't ask me another question. They just left me. After I ranted about that, they never asked me another question, yeah. And 32 of my posters were taken down that same evening. Yeah, it was horrible. But hey, listen, it's made me who I am today. So religion is our wall, the hard place, monarch prick stuck between them. Yeah. Muslims and Indians, yeah, that's exactly it, Liz. There are no orders left in minute. Yeah, listen, they're gradually, slowly but surely just. I'm gonna be honest. Ferg was talking there in his the video he done earlier on that about the excess mortality and the whole lot. And like, what's happening here, people? You have to realize this. Okay, our Mrs. Murphy dies across the road, or our Mrs. whatever, or Mr. blah blah blah. When that starts happening in little villages, you start to notice that these people are going missing. But the fact that they're pumping these little villages full of illegal migrants, people aren't copping what's going on around them. They're watching this, they're watching that. It's like the distraction, you know what I mean? Don't look over here, look off, don't look in the eyes, look around the eyes. You know, that's exactly what they do. And that's the distraction. The 3rd of July, Friday week, please take time to go. The 3rd of July, Friday week, please take the time to go and support a true Irish man who isn't afraid of direct action and has absolutely no fear because he walks with God. Erden God bless all here. Yeah, I'm going to. I can't answer you there, Mark. I'll ring you back in a minute, mate. Pamela Doyle. Yep. He walks with God. Yeah. It will fail. Our system will never manage these accounting numbers. It's rigged to snap. Yeah. A lot of Scottish babies being born in 9 months in Boston. Lovely. Frank Power, he's in really good company with you, so he is indeed. Actually, I'm going to actually play that. Isn't there a video for that as well? Hold on there. Let's see. Oh no! I tell you what, I'm going to do that video. I'll pull down that video there now as well, because what's happening is you don't hear the sound, because the sound is shit if it's not playing through StreamYard, you know. But it'll only take me 2 minutes to pull it down. I'm sure I can play something else while this is going. I'm actually going to play this young lady talking about the Guinness dynasty and how they stole the lands and how the lands were stolen. This girl, I love her. She's brilliant. She's brilliant. I swear to God, she is. I'm going to play her.
How did Ireland's biggest colonial landlords become the name synonymous with Irishness? When you think of Guinness, you think of Ireland, but Guinness is owned by BlackRock. In 2024, Guinness made €2.5 billion in profit. They pay their workers €12 an hour. During workers' strikes, they paid out €198 million to shareholders. In 1858, Benjamin Lee Guinness bought Ashford Castle. But what the Netflix show omits is how was he able to buy that land and what else was happening at the time. In the 1650s, Oliver Cromwell's army conquered Ireland. The Crown paid soldiers by handing them Irish land, stolen land, land that had owners, but the penal laws made sure those owners never got it back. And so, by the 1700s, 97% of Irish land is owned by Protestant settlers. Fast forward to 1845, the potato fails and starvation starts to spread across Ireland. While the native Irish starve, the Protestant settlers continue to sell food to Britain. Ships full of grain and cattle are leaving Irish ports under armed guard while Irish children starve in ditches. 250,000 families were evicted off their land during these years, and the Protestant landlords used the British Army to help them remove people from the land. The British government literally paid to remove Irish people from Irish land. While the bodies are still warm, the Crown sets up something called the Incumbent Estate Court. This is a fire sale. Irish estates go up for auction and are sold dirt cheap to these settler Protestant families. That's the part that Netflix doesn't tell you about how the Guinnesses got their wealth. The Irish Heritage Company is actually the family that accumulated their empire from stolen land and mass starvation. The last non-Guinness's brewery in Ireland closed in 1949. Their monopoly building method was to have low cost prices until their competitors went bankrupt. Then they would put their prices up. In 1886, Edward Cecil Guinness sold 65% of the company on the London Stock Exchange. Since then, all of the profits from Ireland's biggest exports have flowed out of Ireland and into the coffers of London shareholders. The company, built on Irish skill, was actually a foreign capital controlled monopoly that eliminated all Irish competitors and exports its profits. For centuries now, the same colonial extraction mechanism has been operational at James's Gate. Irish workers produce value, the company captures it, London shareholders extract it, and the Irish economy loses compound investment. The Netflix show about the Guinness family is insulting to me because they try to turn a documented history of colonial land acquisition, sectarian discrimination, and anti-union violence and turn it into a story where the Guinness family are the victims of the Fenians. That's not neutral. That's propaganda. In what world are the landlords the heroes? This is not our ancient past. This extraction is still happening. Diageo is owned by BlackRock, Vanguard, and the Massachusetts Financial Services. The same financial capital that's driving the housing crisis across the Western world. The same capital that extracts shareholder dividends while suppressing worker wages. The same capital that uses heritage branding to launder its corporate history. The reason that Guinness is a drink that a lot of Irish people enjoy is because they bankrupt all of their competitors. You just don't know anything else. Try a tipple of poitín this Christmas instead.
She's very good, isn't she? I have to say, she's very good. She looked into. I've seen different stuff about that, but she put that in a nutshell there in 4.5 minutes or whatever. Fair play to her, like, you know. Let me see. Is this put down? Just pulling stuff down on the floor. It's hey, it is what it is. What? But the Guinness jobs were highly sought after by Dubliners. Yeah, my uncle was a foreman in Guinness's years and years and years ago. Oh, here we are with a product placement here, guys. Yeah. You won't see it because the green screen. Starbucks. Yeah. I agree. Catholic, Protestants. Sorry. Yeah, as I said, my uncle was a foreman there for years, like donkey's years, like. And when he came back out of the army, he was in the British Army, and when he came back, he got a job there. He was there for years. Drew Cook. I stood with Graham Carey so many times. He's an absolute gent who only ever has had the future of our country in his thoughts. Yes, I agree with you. I agree with you wholeheartedly. That's why I'm pulling down this video, to let people listen to the. There it is there. Yeah. Download. Let me get it up there. No order. Can you let me get it up there? Oh, God. Yeah, you had to be there. Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah. Now, this video is from 2022. Okay. In November 22, I was there that night. It was the first protest in East Wall. And yeah, it was. Yeah, he got knocked back for it. He was given stick for it, but he was right on the money, man. And I listened, I stood in on his court case for a bit. I was up in court the same day his trial started. No, sorry, I was up the Wednesday, and he was on the third day in. And I have to give it to him. He never stopped saying what he had to say. Like, even with the hours and hours and hours of interrogation, he still kept saying what he was saying. These are coming here to take over. They're going to kill our kids. And it's true. It's true. I'm going to play this, okay, and we will come back. I want to read out what was sent to me. Well, what's with this video. A lot of people won't be happy, but hey, listen, I can't read it without reading everything, you know. The Marina Guinness still makes a show of herself as a socialite. That Marina Guinness, yeah. Do you remember the two ships? What were they called? Come on, in the comments, really quick. Really, really quick. I know what it was. I remember them. The Miranda Guinness and the Lady Patricia. I remember them. I used to pass by them every day. Yeah. Joan, remember when Bollocks Johnson proudly announced during the lockdowns that it's okay, we will keep the off licenses open. Yeah, Drew Cook, you're absolutely right, Drew. I can count on one hand in this movement with the same intention. Yeah. 1984, that desperate and pathetic, which sums up everything. Punk said he is entitled to be himself. Yeah, okay. James, it seems that people are okay with Eddie being a nonce and an occultist. Very strange word. Oh, let's not worry about it, lads. I'm going to play this. This is Graham Carey, November 2022. Listen to this, man.
Say up the fucking truth! Give him the mic! This has been in the planning for a decade! Yes! And now this is the end result! This is it! Yous are being replaced! Yous are being replaced at that go and try and get a hospital appointment. Go today and get your child assessed and a hospital appointment. You can't get it. How long are you waiting? Well, you're going to be waiting longer from now on. That's the plan. It's to replace the Irish. But we're not having it. No! We don't do anything. Then we're finished. Now all I'm going to say is, politicians have one place in society. And that's to award people who do good and to punish those who do bad. And what we're getting in Ireland is the fucking opposite. You get longer in jail for having a plant than you will for having 400 children being molested. That's fucking broken society. That's broken. They want you to go home and forget this happened. This is your life now. And you have to fight against it. And you have to stick together as a community. I'm not from East Wall, but I've been fighting against this since the Migration Pact was going to be signed. And that was 7 fucking years ago. And that's the first time I got called a racist there. The first time I got called a racist. I'm not a fucking racist. I love Ireland.
Yeah, well, there you go. That was Graham talking in 2022, and I'm gonna read this. I'm actually gonna put it up on the screen. Yeah, hang on there. I'll just make it a little bit bigger. Yep. Okay, let me share it there, and I can read it from here while I'm looking at you. There you go. November 2022, this true Irish patriot and child of God addressed the crowd at East Wall. Graham had been on the streets for years warning about this, what was coming. And if the people of the country should have been listened to, Graham had been on the streets for years warning about what was coming. And if the people of this country should have been listening to anyone, it should have been this working class Dublin man with a heart the size of this sacred ancient island that beats and overflows with his unwavering love for both her and her people. He wasn't looking for votes or salivating over a seat in a corrupt cesspit that the Dáil or the taxpayer-funded gravy train that goes with it. He spoke the truth, and with unparalleled righteous anger that stems from being filled with the Holy Spirit, and put the fear of God into political parasites and demons in the criminals' government, so much so that in turn they silenced him by banning him off all social media while awaiting his trial by lawfare. His message or accent never changed once, unlike certain people who appeared on the scene as these supposed heroes of the working class, who, when they're not sitting with the other pretend shitebags that welcome vulture funds into our country, they are bigging up filth out of Sinn Féin and telling people that legal migration is welcome and wanted, while our Irish youth have to leave in their droves because they cannot get a job or a house to start a family. Be wary of the people that always want the mic and the spotlight and who always have to be front and centre at everything. The people who will scream the Gardaí are on our side as the hired thugs in uniform batter our people in Cork and Galway. I don't speak to police or media, neither do I. I absolutely despise them for what they've done to our home and our people. Others are extremely comfortable in doing so and have their contact details in their phones and have the likes of Kitty Holland turn up to their self-serving promoting events. The ones who turn the camera on themselves more than an OnlyFans model but never have any solutions, just like the sound of their own voices and love the clicks and likes. Lead people from A to B and never call for direct action. Yeah, never call for direct action, but will call for unity meetings and make up dossiers. Fair play to Ferg. I didn't read through this, but hey, you're spitting the truth here, Ferg. Call for unity meetings and make up dossiers of names of people who they feel are not welcome at said unity meetings. Fame-hungry, self-serving, 10-faced rats who would sell their own soul to get where they want to be. Something else so many of these cretins have in common is they never mention the excess mortality after the rollout of the poison jabs. Why are they helping the government with the cover up instead of reaching out to Irish families who have been left absolutely devastated and trying to get justice for them? You know, all the people that you claim to represent, they will virtue signal about vile atrocities happening to vulnerable children under the watch of Tusla, yet not turn up to 2 well-advertised events that were held at their HQ in Dublin. In a world full of fake, self-promoting cowards who would piss and shit themselves at the first sign of any real coming on top, give me a true working-class, God-fearing Irishman like Graham Carty every day of the week and twice on Sunday. Graham is up for sentencing this Friday. No, that was the 19th of June. Okay, now that's an old one. But Graham is up for sentencing now on the 3rd of July, lads. So if you get in there, please. Yeah. In court 7 CCJ. His only crime being Graham Carty and being a concerned Irishman who loves his community and his country. If you can, please get there and show your support. People, if you can get in there on the 3rd of July, I will try my best to get in there. Be strong and courageous. Do not be terrified. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Joshua 1:9. God bless Graham, his precious family, and everyone in this fight for right reasons. Erden Gobra. Well, Ferg, there you go. You let rip on that one. Fair play. Sorry. I'm not a racist, but if they call me one, so be it. Yeah, I'm not a fucking racist. I'm proud of it. I am a fucking racist. I'm proud of it. The unionists up north have no idea. Spare the women and children. No mercy. What's this? And then Maliki showed up. Okay. If you aren't racist at this point, then you haven't been paying attention. Fuck off, punks, you tramp. Okay, it's a race war. I'm a racist. Guys in the north, 5 of my kids have left here to work abroad. It's heartbreaking, yeah. And Judy G. Maliki wouldn't let Graham officially speak that night. Graham got up on his own at the end. I was there that night. Still have the photos. I was there too, Drew. I think I think that's the first night I met you. I think, yeah, I think it was. I was there in my IFP capacity and my and I was doing videos. Yeah. Broth's got Starmer. Jesus, lads, we're flying here. That's heartbreaking. I hope the geese come home along with all your youth. Someone's at the texting me there now, and a political party was told they were going to be deregistered yesterday. An awful lot of people jumped on it and slagged off and said whatever. I wasn't one of them people. Anthony wasn't one of them people. Martin wasn't one of them people. Or anybody that has anything got to do with me or anything I'm involved in. We never even commented on anything because these people don't deserve oxygen. Like, I couldn't care less about these parties and who's trying to set up parties or anything else. As I said, do you, we'll do us. And people will follow us because we are doing best for this country. I don't give a shit about egos or any shit like that. You know what I mean? I really couldn't care less. Clicks or likes or couldn't give a shit. So people who know us know what we're doing and how we're doing it. And they like what we're doing. So please, people, if you want to join Ireland First, come join us with Ireland First. And Shilling Adina. We need Shilling Adina. We need members in Shilling Adina as well for helping out with the patrols and everything in your area. So if you can do that, please join us. Scotland, Australia, and Canada is where they went to. Yeah. Paul's boy, it ain't a dump, it's just infested. Yeah. Julie G. Drew Corty was Graham is very raw and real. That scares a cowardly man. Yeah. I remember it. I remember him speaking that night. I remember them telling us that Muhammad was the mayor of East Wall. Lovely, Paul. I sent you a video on Muslims hunt English people. Do we want this in Ireland? Okay, hang on a sec. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm just going to throw this in there again. If anyone wants to buy a coffee, please do. You can get us on Revolut there, or we can put in the thing in the comments. No, not that one. That's Fergus Power. We don't want that. Jeez, it's very warm, guys, isn't it? It's supposed to be up to 30 odd degrees tomorrow. Do you know that? 30 degrees. And they're giving out because of climate change. You know what I mean? Oh, this is all because of climate change. No, it's not. It's full of shit. Full of shit. There you go. I'll stop sharing that there now. Thanks very much. I'll just put that in the comments as well. Graham is raw. Yeah. Relocate these camps in the gardens and gated communities of those in power, lining their pockets, the bastards. Yeah. Yeah. I'll have a look there now. I'm going to be finishing up shortly. So, Paul, Australia and Canada are as bad now where people live. I was looking at a video today of like the Indians and the Maori, or is it the Maoris? Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. It's ridiculous. Like. Ridiculous. Let me see that. Okay, let me have a look. Yeah. Fucking hell, seriously? Okay, I'm going to just play this because just give me a thumbs up if we have sound. Yeah. 650, lads. We're up to 650. Fair play to everyone. Just give me the Billy if you have sound.
So now it appears as though a bunch of Muslims are roaming the streets of England, shouting Allahu Akbar. And it appears as though they're hunting British people. Wow. The police need to get this under control or it's going to get bad fast.
That's the UK, guys. That's the UK. Okay. I'm going to play another video there. Okay. We're talking about green and green energy in the whole lot. Did you know we've switched off our wind turbines? This guy tells it. Have a listen.
Did you know in Ireland we have to switch off our wind turbines because we generate more electricity than we can use? Isn't that just bananas? We have wind turbines getting put up all over the country. They're still getting built, but we're not even using all of the electricity that we're currently generating. Basically, what's happening is we have a lot of wind in Ireland, which is a lot of potential energy. But at night time, when the demand is at its lowest, when everyone's asleep, we're generating way more than we need. And we don't have any way to store that energy where we're creating it. And it's also very hard to move huge amounts of energy across the country to where we might need it at nighttime. So we're stuck with the option of turning these wind turbines off and letting that energy go to waste. It's estimated that that energy that we didn't use just last year alone is worth 525 million euros. This is energy and value that we've already invested in the infrastructure for. It's not something new that we have to go and build. It's already there. We just have to turn it off. And at the same time in Ireland, there are 550,000 homes which are experiencing energy poverty. Homes which often have to choose between putting the heating on that week or feeding their family. It seems like there is a very clean, elegant solution to be put in place where people who are experiencing energy poverty don't need to, and it won't cost anyone a cent.
There you go. So they're turning off the thing. And they're going on about global warming and the temperatures, this, that, and the other. We live in a country, okay, where these people are panicking over 35 degrees. You know, over, you know, the weather's gone up to 35 degrees. It's dangerous. It's a heat wave. You know what I mean? These people previously injected themselves with a poison so as they could go on holidays to a place that has 35 degrees? You know what I mean? You know, is this not, like, you know what I mean? Like, why go to a place? If you're going to give out about 45 degrees, why take an injection, a vaccine, and then go to that place and sit in the sun that's 35 degrees? Makes no sense. Okay, so it's all bullshit. The whole lot of this is bullshit. Don't forget the provisional. Okay. Yeah, we got that already. Force date came. Winding turbines made from asbestos. I shit you not. I don't think they are made of asbestos, are they? Maybe they are. I don't know. Maybe they are. Yeah. We had weather like that. Yeah, listen, Colette, I grew up I was born in 68. I have never worn sunscreen. Never. I just don't. And I like, look at my skin, like, you know what I mean? And I have to say, guys, this beef tallow stuff is the bomb. You can't really see it, but it's good swag. I'm gonna actually put a little bit on when I'm talking. Oh, it's soft because of the. Like, look at this shit, man. Wait till you see all them wrinkles disappear now in a minute. I know you won't. I'm only joking. But it's good stuff. Honestly, it really is. My man always using it. Look at the bony around my eyes. Look, isn't that mad? But yeah, we had weather like this. Somebody asked earlier that we need to bring back the Ra. The Ra, a waste of space. Waste of space. If they're with Sinn Féin, well, then they're not worth it. Shit. Some folk got like, my brother doesn't talk to me because I slag Sinn Féin. Yeah, I shit you not, you know. He said I slagged. You were there one day and you slagged Jerry Adams. I didn't slag Jerry Adams at all. D Wall was talking to Jerry Adams, asked him a few questions, and me and Ferg actually walked back, and we were seen in the video. And he's, oh, you slagged Jerry. Like, fair enough, I didn't slag anyone. They go on about global warming, then they build data centers all over the world. The amount of water and electricity used is crazy. Yeah. I won't use sunscreen. I never use it. Never use it. And like, we used to go to Turkey, and on the second week, I'd be in the market, and everyone's be coming over to me. Excuse me, love, how much are they? I just go, I'm not a bloody clue, love. I don't work here. Because I'll be like a Turk, I'll be black, yeah. Good night, Fergus. Blessed be, brother. Yeah, it's fair play. Where do you get the beef tallow? Did I not? Had I not got it here the other day? I think I did. Hang on there now. I might have it saved. Let me have a look. Last week. No. Where is it? Can you see that? Probably not. There you go. If you can scan that, do. All right. That's it there. If you can scan that, please do. And it brings you straight to the website. It's there's nothing wrong on this, but it brings you to a website. It's brilliant. Rich, nourishing skincare. Clan Tallow, it's called. It started 2020. They only started in 2020. Fair, and it's really good stuff, I have to say. Really good stuff. Look at my neck. My neck is bleeding. All the shit's gone out my neck. Look, isn't it great? Look. Telling you, man. Good shit. Right, lads, I'm just finished up here now. I have to finish up tonight because we're gone over. I'm an hour and a bleeding. An hour and 58 minutes, lads. Like, seriously. Waffle. Guys, thank you very much for listening to me talking bollocks tonight and telling us about what was going on. But thank you very much. Okay? And I will love you and leave you. And like I say every night, the truth is like a lion. You don't have to defend it. You just let it loose and it will defend itself. Good night and God bless. Take care.